Today on Us Weekly's reality recap, we have a special edition, Love is Blind. We'll be recapping the next 3 episodes, from a breakup to a makeup to our first I do. Plus, Jackie talks about her split with Marshall.
Once that breakover was done, he got the dial tone.
While Marshall reveals if he has any regrets in his relationship with Jackie.
I am choosing to hold on to the good memories and let go of the hurtful ones and the one that ultimately ended us.
We've got that plus so much more in today's Us Weekly reality recap. Hey guys, Christina Garibaldi here with Us Weekly executive producer Mandy DeCamp, and welcome to our special edition of Reality Recap. Love is Blind. We are moving right along. We are getting our first glimpse at our first wedding. I'm loving this season. Loving it.
Such a good season. And I just have good feelings. I feel like a lot of these couples are maybe going to make it.
I know. We'll have to wait and see. But this season, of course, is getting a lot of you talking. So Emmy says Chelsea's a class act. She seems authentic and her communication skills are aspirational, wishing her happiness with the right person. We don't know if Kwame's the right person yet, but we'll have to wait and see.
We'll see. They left us with a real cliffhanger this week.
They did.
All right. Sydney says, crazy how we see things DIY. Bliss was clearly into Zach immediately. They have the best chemistry. And as much as I love Brett and Tiffany, I see Bliss and Zach as even a better match. Wow. Instantly made sense. Also, Zach said in interviews they spoke nonstop once they met.
Interesting. I mean, Tiffany and Brett to me seem like wrap it up, that we know that this one's going to happen. I still get a vibe from Bliss that yes, she said yes to the proposal and things like that, but I don't know. I'm still a little hesitant whether or not she's going to say yes on the day of.
I am too. I just feel like she's not allowing herself to give 100% because of everything that happened. I feel like if she was giving herself fully, we would see it better, but we'll see. Maybe maybe in her head, she is giving 100%.
Totally. Then Veronica says, what rubs me the wrong way the most is the fact that the show was filmed already. This was probably filmed up to a year ago, if not longer, like in the past. Yet Micah is taking accountability and doing self-reflection only once it airs. What was going on in the meantime? Kind of have to agree with that. I mean, even when I spoke to them, they hadn't seen the episodes yet. So I feel like even when Micah was saying Irina's a great person when we spoke to her, I wonder if things changed once she watched the show.
Totally agree with that. It is like you had to watch it on TV to realize how, Mean Girl and shallow you were being at times. Mm-hmm. It's a little strange.
It is. So that kind of goes right into our first story of the week. And Irina actually apologized after the last episode's aired, and she said that her response was delayed because she wanted to fully form her thoughts on all the drama. She said, I really wanted to take some time to process everything that has been going on this past week. I'm so sorry for the people that watched the show that felt frustrated, angry, or hurt by the way that I was mistreating people on the show. It was very immature and naive of me in a lot of those situations. She specifically called out Zach, Bliss, Amber, and Jackie, as well as Micah, and acknowledged that they didn't deserve to be treated the way that she treated them. She added, I feel like being on the show was like getting a mirror put in front of your face in the sense of seeing yourself from a different perspective. I'm still processing and going through everything that happened. I mean, it's like what our commenter said, you didn't probably need the show to realize that you're kind of a garbage human.
I mean, at least Micah and Irina are not defending themselves. I'll give them that, because what would their defense even be? I don't know. But at least they're just both admitting that they were horrible.
Right. And I feel like Micah is also kind of redeeming herself a little bit as the season kind of progresses. You kind of almost forget that she was part of this drama. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, but we'll have to see what happens when they sit down for the reunion.
I can't wait. It's going to be live too.
I know. It's going to be live.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Very interested to see who's still together and all of that. Cannot wait.
Definitely.
All right. Well, Nick Lachey was all smiles while making his first TV appearance amid his recent legal woes. The Love is Blind co-host has to attend anger management classes and Alcoholics Anonymous meetings after a 2022 altercation with paparazzi. He appeared to be in a great mood while discussing the Netflix series Season 4 reunion on Tuesday during the Today Show. He revealed that the reunion, which he will co-host with wife Vanessa, will be the dating series' first ever live show, which we were just saying. Super excited. He said, I'm holding on for dear life, man. It's going to be a lot to digest. The reunion gives everybody a chance to clear the air and get those questions answered. And doing it live is certainly going to add a whole layer of intrigue. Absolutely.
Oh, it 100% is.
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to this because I feel like sometimes with the Love is Blind reunion, they do obviously they cut out a lot because of, time constraints and things like that. So hopefully, it's unedited and we'll get people's unfiltered responses. So I think it's going to be really good.
I'm excited. I mean, I feel like there's going to be awkwardness all over that couch.
100%. Give it to me right now.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's break down these last 3 episodes. And, it was a really emotional moment with Zach meeting Bliss's family. And, because he talks about how his mom passed away and, Bliss's mom saying, well, if, things work out, I'll be your mom. Like, it was just such a sweet moment.
I actually got chills when you just recapped it.
I did too. And you can tell that this is such a welcoming family in such a weird circumstances that the way that they handled it, I thought was, kind of like a really beautiful moment.
It was. I really loved her mom. She really seemed sweet. She seemed like, hey, if Bliss is in this, I'm in this. If Bliss loves you, I love you. I hope this lasts. I hope they both say I do because it seems like he could really use this family.
Definitely. It seemed like it was a lot about family these last couple episodes because Chelsea brings Kwame to meet her family who live in a beautiful place outside of Seattle, right on the lake there. Like absolutely gorgeous.
I really liked her family.
I did too. They're just like her, kind of, loud, will tell it like it is. Yeah. And I think he fit in fairly well and seemed to be comfortable with them. I think probably it's always in the back of his head that his mom's not on board with this and it's got to be really hard.
Yeah. They're growing on me, this couple, the more I see them together, I feel like Kwame is just pretty honest with her. Yeah. He's just kind of like, it's not always going to be perfect. And she has a tendency to be very optimistic and, very much painting this perfect picture. And he's very much it's not always going to be perfect, but that's okay. But I like that he's being real about his apprehensions. And I can't remember who said it this episode or the last episode, but they were just kind of if you don't have reservations going into this, you're crazy.
Right. No, it's so true. I mean,
situation, a crazy experience.
Right. So the only thing that makes me nervous is that he's I'm giving up everything to come here. I'm leaving Portland. I'm going to Seattle. I don't have any family here. I don't really have any friends. Yes, I can work remotely, but I have nothing and I'm giving up everything and you're kind of giving up nothing. So I don't know. That's the only thing that kind of gives me a little bit of hesitation, but we'll have to see.
We said in the past, this show sets them up for success, but for some reason, these two are not from the same place. So usually they are, but this couple is not, obviously. And I do think it's so funny when he says Seattle's too expensive. And it's really,
it was really funny. Well, this is the breakup that I think we all saw coming, Jackie and Marshall. But the fact that she reunited with Josh before she even spoke to Marshall about this and then was like, all right, Josh, let's give it another chance. And then goes back and breaks up with him. That was I don't know. You kind of did him dirty there.
Has a lot of defending to do at this reunion if she's going to defend herself, or maybe she should just apologize and say, I screwed up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Marshall seems pretty great.
He does seem pretty great. I mean, maybe we missed something and maybe they just were not right for each other.
Definitely.
He didn't really know how to handle her. She, he didn't really like how he handled her too. And he wasn't there for her in the ways that she wanted to. But the fact that she kept the ring, oh my God.
She has got to get that back at the reunion, right?
Yes.
This is that even allowed? That is insane.
It also got me thinking, did he actually pay for it? Did production pay for it? Does production get that ring back? I'm so confused by this.
I know. If it's Bachelor, it's Neil Lane. Right. And I know if they don't stay together, after a year, they have to get the ring back, which I understand. I think that's fair.
Totally.
I don't know who buys the ring in this case because they don't do a ring shopping really.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know if they just like pick from I would imagine that production probably gives it to them. That's what I would think.
So, which maybe is why he didn't seem so upset by the fact that she wasn't giving it back. But
right. Yeah.
I would have put up a fight.
Right. But now that I'm going back and thinking about something though, I feel like in one season, like somebody gave a ring that was like a family heirloom or something like that.
I feel like you're right.
Right. So who knows? Something I should have asked when we sat down with the cast, but hopefully we'll get them again. I'm like,
yes,
we'll see. But yeah, so that was crazy. You know, who knows if she and Josh, you know, are together still. I have no idea, but like, it's pretty crazy.
They might be meant to be, her and Josh.
Maybe.
Out there for me.
They are a little out there. And then circling back to Zach, he also met Bliss's dad and totally opposite end of the spectrum. He was not feeling this at all.
No, I did not love her dad.
I didn't love her dad.
I love her mom so much, but yeah, that dad is not into Love Is Blind. I'm surprised he even agreed to be on the show.
Yeah, I'm really surprised too. Like he is not going to be standing up there wedding day being totally excited about this. But who knows? Maybe things will change. Maybe he'll realize that Zach is a genuine person. But I think like my dad would probably be acting the same way.
Yeah, same. My dad just wouldn't have gone on the show, I don't think.
Totally. Yes, my dad probably wouldn't be either. Then we had the bachelorette parties, you know, gearing up for the big wedding days. Shelby still hating on Paul. Brett and Tiffany being perfect. And then finally we get our big first wedding, which was Kwame and Chelsea's. And I loved that his sister and brother showed up and Chelsea and his sister had that beautiful moment together.
Barbara, the sister, was the sweetest person. It really made up for the fact that his mom is not involved. I was a little bit confused about the brother saying that the dad was on board with this. I'm like, why wasn't the dad called? Like, why? What's that story? Obviously something that Kwame didn't want to share on the show. It was all about his mom not agreeing to it, but I'm like, well, the dad could have been there. No,
right? Yeah, maybe the dad didn't feel comfortable filming. I have no idea, but it was nice that his family did show up, and I loved it. I love that she gave her a bag or a purse that was representing their culture. I thought it was really beautiful, and I was not surprised that Chelsea said yes.
No, I think the whole world, if you're watching, knew that Chelsea was going to say yes. Now, whether or not Kwame says yes, what do you guys think? Tell us in the comments. Do you think he's going to say yes?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm really like torn about this.
Yes.
If you asked me in the beginning, I would have said no. But now that the families have been involved and it seems like they have the tough conversations, maybe, but I would kind of actually be surprised if he said yes.
Yes, I would be a little bit surprised. Although his sister and brother are there.
Yes,
his sister threatened him and said, like, you were saying yes. So, I mean, I feel like his brother and sister may have impacted him or influenced him to kind of go in the direction of saying yes because they are so into this and seem all here for it. So maybe he will.
I hate that they leave it on a cliffhanger and then we have to wait another week. What are you doing here? What was your quote of the night?
It went to Zach. This made me laugh out loud. It was during the bachelor party. He said, the burlesque dancers, not really my thing. I mean, my mother was a stripper. I don't have anything against it. I'm just really not into it. I just thought that was hysterical. I mean, of all people, to not be a fan of it. It was funny that he was not.
Totally. I love that. Mine went to Jackie, who just said, well, I'm going to keep the ring. Like, oh my God.
No, Jackie, no.
You're on the floor. Like, you called it off. You can't keep it. Like, that's not how it works. It's crazy.
Also, I forgot to mention, but I loved Brett's family too.
I love
Dad. He melted my heart. It was like the first time he's been on a plane since the 80s.
Oh my God. Yes. Just showing up for his son was just so wonderful. And the families this season, top notch. They really
I know.
are.
Sometimes I'm like on the fence about someone and then I meet their families and it's either a deal breaker or like it makes me fall in love with them and totally see like that's where they came from and they are a good person. So
totally. I love it. Yeah. Love to see it. All right. Well, speaking about Jackie and Marshall, because I feel like that's what everybody wants to know, what went wrong. Well, I think we kind of see it, but we caught up with Jackie about her breakup with Marshall, and here is what she had to say about it. Jackie, I think a lot of people are going to be, upset to see that you and Marshall didn't work out. But obviously, like, when did you realize that this was not the relationship for you?
I knew as soon as we came back from Mexico and we started living together that it wasn't going to work out between me and Marshall.
Yeah. Was it the project conversation, when he described you as a project, did that really kind of sting? Because I would imagine it would for me.
That, and then there was another comment that he had made, and I'm not going to go into that because it's very, very derogatory to a group. But he made that comment, and I was just like, yeah, I'm cool off you. Once you disrespect me and call me out of my character and as a woman, I'm not standing for that. I'm out of here.
No, definitely. Do you ever regret how the breakup happened, or are you dissatisfied? And did you feel good with how things ended between the two of you? Or did you feel like you needed more from it? Did you need some more closure?
No, because once that breakover was done, he got the dial tone.
Yeah, she said she knew once they got off that plane from Mexico that she was checked out. And I mean, we kind of saw that.
Pretty obvious to us all.
Yeah.
We also got Marshall talking about his split with Jackie and his reaction to Josh.
Marshall, how are you? I mean, it seems like this was a very difficult relationship to watch, and especially the breakup and how everything kind of unfolded between the two of you. Do you have any regrets in how everything kind of played out between you and Jackie?
No, not a single one. I have no regrets. Everything happened how it was supposed to. Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. It seemed like obviously Jackie wanting a relationship with Josh completely blindsided you. Is that fair to say?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
100% blindsided me.
Yeah. I mean, thinking about her now, like, how do you think about her? Do you think about her fondly? Is it hard to, kind of wrap your head about what exactly happened between the two of you?
I don't have any ill will towards Jackie or Josh. We shared that experience for quite some time, and I'll always have that to remember. And I am choosing to hold on to the good memories and let go of the hurtful ones and the one that ultimately ended us. I think that's best to just put that under the bridge and keep moving and put that in the rear view.
Yeah, he admitted that he was completely blindsided by the Josh thing, and I think all of us kind of were.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Team Marshall all the way on this one.
Marshall all the way. All right. Well, Mandy, predictions. Okay, so who's going to get married? Who's not? Brett and Tiffany.
Yes.
Yes,
definitely.
100%.
100. Yes.
Paul and Micah.
I'm gonna go. Yes. I'm going to go
yes.
no. I mean, yes, I'm going to go yes, but I'm not
Okay.
sure of this one.
Okay. I think I'm going to have to go no on that one. I think that, I don't know. I feel like maybe she's going to say no. I don't know. I have no idea. Kwame, we kind of already talked about Kwame. So Zach and Bliss.
Yes. I'm going to go yes.
Yes.
I'm going all yes.
We're going all yeses. Imagine if we got all yeses across the board. It hasn't been done
couples? Yet. I don't know.
I don't know.
That doesn't mean I think they'll last forever, though.
Right. Yeah. But if there was a season to do it, I think it would be this one.
Yeah. Good.
Got some strong couples.
Really good couples.
All right. Well, we're going to have to wait and see. Let us know in the comments who you think is saying yes, who's saying no. And we're going to be recapping it next week. So we'll see you guys soon. For more news, content, and exclusive interviews, make sure to hit the sub, like, and bell button down below and visit usmagazine.com.